Hey everybody, this is Pam with Trust in Your Process, and I decided to come on with another video with me outside of my truck. I feel like I'm always inside my truck. Whew. So this video is about what starting a business can teach you about yourself. One good news I have is I got another client. Yes, I got another client, and this client starting off paid me 4 times what my first client has paid me. Yes, maybe 3 times. No, let me see. Yeah, 4 times. So what that tells me is that my first client taught me that I needed to charge more, because by doing his books, I realized that this was a lot of work on that cleanup. No regrets though, because having my first client and my second client being friends, it allows me to take my time, to learn as I go and to get paid for it. So I am so fortunate and so grateful for that. What I notice that is coming up for me is that now I'm like, oh my God, she paid me. So what if I don't do it right? What if I get it wrong? Or all that self-sabotage, all that imposter syndrome starts coming up. And I'm starting to learn, like, you know what? That's happening for everyone, right? Even when it comes to people who are used to running businesses. Like, I look at my son-in-law. He has run, all he knows is running a business, right? He knows banking on himself. And when I bring up things like how I'm feeling, I'm afraid now. She's paid me this amount of money. It's a lot of money in comparison to the first client, but it was the same feeling. Even with the first client, I felt like, oh my God, now he's paid me. Now what if he finds out that I really don't know a whole lot? Well, he knew I didn't know a whole lot, right? He knew that he was my first client. He gave me a shot. He benefits as well because he's getting this work done. One, it saves him time. It's a major convenience for him. He gets to focus on his business. He's got somebody focusing on his books that he can trust. So what I am learning and having to develop as I go is the same feelings that are coming up can be now combated by, okay, let's check that shit. Let's check it. Let's check these fears. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of making a mistake. Okay. Or in my case, not necessarily making a mistake. And let's be transparent. I'm afraid now that I got to actually get in here and do the work. And part of doing that work is learning. So when I was talking to my other sister, we were joking about how my nephew, who's her son, has his own business and been running his own business for 4 years. His famous saying is, you just got to dive on that beat. And it made me think of that Britney Spears record, Work B. And I love that song. So I turned it on and I just started feeling better, just getting myself in a better mood and really reminding myself that we are all gods, which means that we're all connected to something higher, which means that we're connected to the answers of all our questions, right? And I had to remind myself that I'm not in this alone and just allow myself to go through it. When I reminded myself of that, I clicked on the new customer's account, start reconciling, and bam, it just start reconciling, right? So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Maybe I charged her too much. This is too easy. Here we go. Felicia, sit down, right? Fear, sit down. Then it got to April and it didn't reconcile. I was like, oh my God. Felicia popped back up. I said, okay, let me take a look. QuickBooks tells you the transactions that you are looking for is not here. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the statement. Sure enough, on the statement, we have the transactions, but it has not filtered into QuickBooks. So that means now I have to, okay. It means I have to enter it now. Now here's Felicia, fear. Oh my God, is that a debit or a credit? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, debits and credits. That's the biggest thing for when you're starting in accounting or bookkeeping, knowing the difference between them damn debits and credits. So I'm like, okay, so here we go, another challenge. But here's the go, I have to remind myself. 1, I'm not stupid. 2, I know how to read. 3, I can figure shit out. 4, I have faced harder shit. So all that, I'm telling Felicia, sit your ass down and let's figure this out. I look on the statement. I see what type of transaction it is. I go in, click the plus sign to add new. And I see, oh, okay, so this is a deposit. And it just starts flowing. I put the transactions in, click reconcile, bam, it reconciled. I said, okay. I got all the way up to November in that year. And now I'm on one that I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's transferring from a different account, which means it's going to put a balance negative on that account. Oh no, what if I get it wrong? Then I can delete it and start over. There's always a reset and start over point, is my point. So if there's something that you are afraid of, if Felicia is showing up, challenge that B and say, let me just start thinking about it. Okay. And you'll find as soon as you check it, it's not as scary as you thought it was. So go out there and tackle and dive on that B. Until next time, remember who loves you. And I got 2 clients. And it's a wonderful feeling that I don't have to go out here and do this gig work. But I am going to go out here for another 2 hours, make my money off of my DoorDash so I can continue to pay my bills and build up my reserve. Till next time, I love you guys. Bye.